In this video series, we're learning about honeybees. Honeybees are insects that are part of the order Hymenoptera. That's a fun word to say, isn't it? Typically, we think of stinging insects when we think of the order Hymenoptera. That's because this order includes bees, ants, and wasps. Because bees are very recognizable and are known for their painful stings, other insects will sometimes try to copy their look. This is smart because it keeps would-be predators from messing with them. We call these copycats bee mimics. Sometimes mimics are bees. They may be bumblebees or carpenter bees, which are much more docile and less likely to sting. But by copying the honeybee's classic yellow and black stripe, they are able to ward off would-be predators. You can see from these pictures that bumblebees and carpenter bees are much larger than their honeybee cousins. They're very fuzzy, especially along their thorax. Other bee mimics include wasps or hornets, and you can tell when you're looking at them because although they are black and yellow, and they do have some hair, they're not as hairy as a honeybee, and they have a very skinny waist. So while we are calling wasp and hornets bee mimics, they do sting. So while it is a mimic of sorts, they do pose a threat. Other mimics, however, do not present a threat. This guy, for instance, is not a bee at all, but is actually a fly. Here we have another classic example of the fly order mimicking those classic black and yellow stripes of a bee. To tell the difference between bees and flies, you can count the number of large wings. So there will be really what looks like just 2 wings on flies, and you'll be able to find 4 on bees. So if you're cautious and brave, you can catch whatever you're looking at and count the number of wings. There are many, many bee mimics in the insect world, even some moths, and some do a pretty convincing job, while others don't fool us quite as easily. But regardless of what order or family an insect belongs to, I think we can all agree that when we see black and yellow stripes approaching, we're giving it a second look. Thank you for joining us for this educational program provided by Florida 4-H.